morning. Thank you. I'm Liz Freeman. I'm from Fremont School District 79 in Mundelein, Illinois, just north of Chicago. I'm here to share with you our innovations in classroom design. As a district, we're moving from traditional classrooms to active learning ecosystems. Before we talk about learning, we need to pause and consider how times have changed in the past century. This photo captures the typical contents of a doctor's medical bag from an era not that long ago. It was common practice to use techniques and methods that today we would consider medieval torture devices. While medical systems and facilities were adequate, they were bare bones and quite rudimentary by today's standards. Nurses and surgeons used practical equipment. Technology was integrated as an afterthought. This is an image of a modern operating room in Rome, Italy. Now it seems as if the operating room were built with technology as a cornerstone of the design. Classrooms were much the same. Here we have a classroom of years ago with pupils ready for reading, writing, and arithmetic. And here's a classroom of yesterday. Not much has changed. We see the only infusion of technology is the document camera in the foreground. Tom Murray of Future Ready Schools has termed this classroom layout and design the cemetery effect, with desks in rows all facing the same direction. Here you can see the resemblance of a typical classroom of yesterday. Today I'm sharing with you Fremont School District 79's Classroom Reboot, a transformation of our classrooms of yesterday into active learning ecosystems. This term was developed by Steelcase, a manufacturer of office and classroom furniture. They have partnered with research institutions to study classroom design and integrated effective principles into their model. The active learning ecosystem has three components: pedagogy, technology, and space. Pedagogy has to shift in order to accommodate today's learners. Michael Fullen and Joanne Quinn have captured new pedagogies for deep learning in this graphic. On the left, we have proven pedagogical practices, such as inquiry, scaffolding, and cooperative learning. On the right are emerging innovative practices, such as gamification, digital storytelling, and feedback analytics. Fullen and Quinn have also developed this matrix of old and new pedagogy, crossed with good and bad practices. We recognize that some practices belong in the bottom left-hand corner on the junk heap. These might be examples such as too much teacher talk. There's even new pedagogy that's not that great. That is included here as shiny objects. An example of that would be an aimless use of digital resources. Instead, we should embrace the frontier of future classroom practices which support global learning partnerships. Technology also has to shift. This list here includes just some of the innovations we can expect in education in the next few years. From wearable technology to flexible displays and networked objects, our learning spaces need to prepare students for their future. This list comes to you from the COSIN Horizon report. At Fremont School District 79, we also partner with Leap Innovations from Chicago. They're a leading research partner in the use of effective pedagogy and technology that supports personalized learning. Through our partnership with Leap, we're gathering hard statistics and anecdotal evidence on the effectiveness of tech integration and pedagogical shifts. And finally, our spaces need to be transformed for active learning ecosystems. We have an ambitious 3-year plan to completely redesign and remodel the classrooms across our district with flexible furniture, tech enhancements, and modern classroom designs. Our journey started by working with our architects. Partnering with great architects helps the district vision come to life. We ourselves partner with Wold Ruck Pate, and the designs that I'm about to show you are all examples of their projects and work. We're designing classrooms so that form follows function, including spaces like watering holes, which are informal spaces where learners can share information, campfires, where people gather to learn from an expert, and let's face it, these days the experts are our students, and caves, which are private areas where students can retreat to think and reflect. We started by having design sessions with our architects. All of the elements of empathetic design were enacted. In fact, it helped our leadership team to consider the student experiences at Fremont. From our design ideas, the architects created sample layouts. We would iterate our ideas, and the architects would go back to the drawing board. Our architects then created axonometric drawings. Some architects even develop virtual reality experiences so that you can walk through the space before it's even developed. We look at lighting options, the use of color, a variety of seating options, and design elements that create a variety of spaces in one large area. The key is to keep your spaces flexible with visible learning that supports collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. Designing active learning ecosystems supports learner agency, choice, and ownership. We even integrate student voice in the process by including students in our design focus groups. Our students also name the new spaces. We're the Fremont Wildcats, so our students named a lower level area the Wildcat Den, or the Wildcat Cave, and the new media center is the Wildcat Den. DEN is an acronym that stands for Discovering, Exploring, and Networking. At Fremont School District 79, we're beginning to have conversations about how to prepare our learners for the fourth industrial revolution. In order to do that, we need to ditch the desk and have a classroom reboot. Thank you.